welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited to talk to you today. For those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Nana Malone. I am your Ghanaian book bestie, and on this channel we discuss all things romance books, fun and adventure and travel, and let's face it, a little celebrity gossip, you know, a little shade with some heart. For those of you who are not already following me, go ahead and hit the subscribe and follow button and we'll get this party going. This episode is brought to you by... You can go ahead and check out that book and that entire series over on my page, shopnanamalone.com. Okay, you guys, let's discuss it because I know people have been talking about it and I have avoided watching it until now. It's beyond time. Okay, it's time. I know. Listen, Love is Blind UK. You know, we're not going to just talk about Love is Blind UK. We're going to talk about the celebrity, like, dating show situations, celebrities. Who am I kidding? They're not celebrities yet. But like this, like, dating show situation and like how detrimental it is for our like young girls of color. Like, this is not going to be heavy. Don't worry. But I'm sitting over here, you know, like, we're going to talk about Catherine, right? That's the topic right now. But like, I think the overall thing is like these shows do my brown girls dirty. Like, literally do them dirty. And I'm always like, oh, I always get so excited when I see some diversity. I'm like, hey, all right, we're doing the thing. And I get so excited only to be disappointed. Y'all remember Deep? Listen, I think I'm trying to capture or like emotionally capture the Cameron and Lauren situation from the first season, right? Because like I remember watching that and I remember being like, oh, because like half the time I was like, does he know she's black? Because you know, like how that's like an important question. Like, does he know? And he did not care. And you never see what they discuss in the pods like fully. You only see some of it. So I'm like, cool. He knows, he's down. He's like, I'm here for it. And I'm just trying to recapture that because who knows who you're going to connect with. And like, and I would love to believe because I'm a romance writer and I don't know no better and I just love love. I would love to believe that like true love can transcend things. And like, listen, I'm not a dummy. Obviously, attraction plays a huge role in a lot of things because as women, we can tend to fall in love based off of like, that love can grow. We can, you know, off of what someone does and what someone says and like how they are, we can be like, oh, okay, I'd never looked at you like that before. And the attraction can grow based on that. Women can, I always like to say, we can talk ourselves into anything, right? Men are different. They do need to see you because take a guy, if he is not physically attracted to you, I don't care how emotionally connected you are, he's never going to want to bang you.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not.
And so with all of these, like, I'm like always like hopeful. I'm like, oh, hopefully he thinks she's pretty. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, most of the people on the show are what fits into conventionally attractive, you know, modalities. Like, even if like look, and I love that they had more diversity of size. They had thick girls, like actual thick girls. And I was like, yes, girl. They had, from what I saw in the UK, because I mean, there are a lot of South Asian in the UK, and I was like, yes, I was like, I was feeling it. I was vibing that. I was like, all right. And so I was just really happy. Oh my gosh, you guys, my light is like fucking with me, but we're just going to keep moving. So I was very excited about like the options for the girls. I was like, okay, all right. So I was like, we got a little brownness. I mean, there weren't a lot of like very typical pale English roses, you know, the type. So I was like impressed with that. But then I was like, the thing is, they like sold us on a bill of goods. They were like, yes, we're going to have all these. But like, then we didn't see all the people of color, you know, in the pods, you know. I was like, it was false advertising, but apparently they were off camera. I was like, there's no point in putting people on the pods if you're going to keep them off camera, you know, because like there were like many couples that got together that got proposed to like in the pods that we never saw. We never saw their stories. So I'm like, ew. And I think there were like 7 of them. Anyway, I hope those couples are happy and like living their best lives because the fuck. But anyway, the couples that we did get, like for this version, like Love is Blind UK, like what I'm just going to say about this is like, you're taking that beautiful girl, Nicole, and then you're sitting there and you're like, and you know that this was a storyline the producers cooked up. But I was like, why you got to do the black girl dirty? Like, why? And it's always the black girl, right? And she's dark skinned. And I was like, Why are you going to do her dirty like that? Because you give her the guy, Sam, who's just like, he's a typical like fuck boy. And like, he's running around just like talking shit, you know, and then you give her another guy who is emotionally fulfilling. But like, because I personally think Sam is an industry plant. I think that the producers are like, let's get this dude. We're going to make him famous and he doesn't mind being a villain. And then you give her Ben, who is emotionally fulfilling, but that motherfucker is homeless. What am I supposed to do with homeless? Please explain. What am I supposed to do with homeless? This reeks of some Tyler Perry black women need to lower their standards. This reeks of some, well, shouldn't you just be happy that somebody likes you? This reeks of like, don't you dare like aim above your station. I was like, homeless. And then he was like, oh, it's not like, you know, I mean, I do have a job. And he's like, I just, you know, and I was like, why would you say you were homeless? Like, I just, homeless. And then the girl, like, listen, some of it is her own fault because she's still like, oh no, I think I like him. But like, this like speaks to like what usually happens on all of these reality shows, whether it's Love Island or any of those, like the black girls, like they always end up, there's always a guy who like seems like he could be interested, but then he's like, oh yeah, this is just like a friend vibe thing. Or like they'll get someone who's interested in them, who's like appears to be all about them at the beginning. So they have like all this like promo stuff. And then the moment someone who's non-melanated and hot walks in, like they get dropped like a hot potato. I've seen that happen on Love Island before, Temptation Island as well. And so I'm just always like, listen, producers, I don't know what you need to do, because obviously when you're saying we're filming a dating show, a reality show, you're going to get all the people who are like, I want to be famous. But y'all need to figure out a better thing, not just be like, oh, are you open to, like, have you ever, like, no, it needs to be better than that. There needs to be psychiatrists on board to be like, that one's lying. Like, I don't know whose job it is to like vet these people, but y'all are not vetting. Y'all are not vetting. I feel like we can no longer have anybody, because all the dudes, because even the black dudes be like this too. Like, if show me a picture of you dating someone outside your race, I want to see a picture. I want to see a picture. And for the black guys, show me a picture of you dating any kind of brown girl, like a darker skinned brown girl. Let me see. Let me see. I want to see it. I want evidence, because these guys, like, they get on the show and they're like, and like they'll pretend and then like divert, because poor Catherine. I keep wanting to say Catherine. It's Nicole. Poor Nicole was done dirty. Okay. Now I'm only in the first 3 episodes, and like you've got Sam just like desperate to be on the show. And then, and there's always that guy who's like, well, that guy's not here for the right reasons. Why that gotta be Nicole's other dude, Ben? Like, it's just, it is a standard ploy. It is a standard thing. I know that, you know that, we all know that, but like, you guys, why are we always doing our brown girls dirty? I just want to understand. I just want to understand. And because all that does is reinforces the bullshit stereotype that like we don't deserve love, which obviously I don't believe, because all I write about is black and brown women, and you know, they're non-melanated besties, but primarily black women getting addicted down and loved hard by all kinds of men, race car drivers, billionaires, lots of billionaires, because I don't do unhoused men. What was that trend that was going around for a while there, where the guys were like just like moved in, and like they would have their own house, but like they wouldn't ever be at their house because like their house was awful and nasty, and then they would just come and stay at yours and be using your electricity, using up your Wi-Fi, eating your food, and would never pay for like a dime? What was that trend? What were we calling them? I forget the name. But anyway, that's what that reeks of. And I'm just like, girl, you can be paying everything. And like, look, I love a digital nomad. I love it, because like if my husband's job was not like based here in California, we would be like, have passports, will travel. But this whole thing where you're like, yeah, you know, I just like house sit like wherever I go. I mean, although he is giving like I live in my van vibes, and if that's what you're into, you know, that's what you're into. But homeless, what am I supposed to do with that anyway? All I'm saying is I think they've done the brown girls dirty again, and I'm only like the beginning of the 3rd episode in, but I wanted to come and talk to you guys about it because I want to hear your opinions. For those of you who watch it, no spoilers. But I do want to hear if the phenomenon of this like makes you even like want to watch these shows anymore, because we all tap in, every last one of us. We're all like, I'm not gonna watch, and then there you are with your girls like, oh girl, right? So I want to know, like, how are we feeling about this? Because I know it's only gonna get worse. Don't tell me, but tell me if it's gonna get worse. I want to know. But yeah, so I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Tell me, let's talk about like how we're feeling, but even like past Love is Blind, like, right? Like, there's got to be something. I would love to hear for someone to come up with ideas. And for those of you, if you're going to be like, oh, well, why does it matter? It matters because women of color get done dirty by these shows all the time. And so it doesn't have to be like that. It does not have to be. And so we need to end that. So I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Talk to me. Tell me how we can improve this. Please tell me, like, give me hints, but don't tell me in the comments below. I have loved hanging out and chatting with you. Remember, we are sponsored by this particular bad boy right here. I hope you grab it and read and enjoy of another woman of color just getting railed and loved hard by her man. I will check you guys later. Remember to like and subscribe below, and see you soon.